This could be big time news for the Dolphins. Now, the news actually happened for the New England Patriots, but it does impact Miami in a pretty big way. And you were going to ask, why does it impact the Dolphins in a pretty big way? Well, the news first, we have to share it. It's the fact that Stefan Diggs, who tore his ACL in week 8 of last season, did not start on the PUP list and was cleared for full participation at training camp right away. This is a player that Miami is going to have to play multiple times this year. It's a player that the Patriots paid a lot of money to be the wide receiver one for their young quarterback. And with him being ready to roll at the start of training camp, pretty much ensures that Miami will have to play him early in the season, specifically in week 2. Now, I don't really like the Patriots whatsoever. I imagine you guys are with me on this one. I need you to show me. Like the video. If you hate the Patriots, like the video. I want to see this video have over 1,000 likes. I want to see how deep it runs. I love the hate. I live on hate. I am a hater. I am. I'll be honest. I've been voted the number one hater in the office. I don't like to see other people succeed if it's not me. I don't want to see other teams succeed if it's not me. So show me, like the video. Let's get a lot of likes on this video. I want to hate the Patriots. But the reason why we're talking about this is because we are playing the Patriots in week 2 of the season. And originally, when the Patriots signed Stefon Diggs, many people, including myself, were like, all right, that'd be a good move for them. They needed to get a wide receiver one. But we don't have to probably worry about playing him twice because, is he going to really be back for week 2 of the NFL season? It looks like he is. I'll be honest, I'm impressed, and I hate to give him a little bit of props here, but tearing your ACL in week 8 and being fully cleared, ready to roll at the following training camp is kind of insane. That is an 8-month recovery. And the fact that Miami could have avoided Stefon Diggs, that is no longer going to be the case. We will be seeing Stefon Diggs line up against New England or against Miami week 2 and week 18, barring another injury. And he's going to be a nuisance. Stefon Diggs was a nuisance for the Dolphins when he played for the Buffalo Bills. And now he joins the New England Patriots to be a nuisance. This guy was playing at an elite level, man. And I know a lot of people are going to say he's coming off an ACL. I'm not that worried. He's older. He's washed. He was dominant for the Bills ever since being traded there and really propelling Josh Allen's career. And then even in 2024, if you just double his stats, well, then again, he's on pace for a 1,000-yard season, almost 100 receptions, and 6 touchdowns. Stefon Diggs, as much as people want to try to discredit him, was playing at an extremely high level before he tore his ACL in week 8 against the Colts for the Houston Texans. And the Patriots, who have had such a horrific offense over the last 5 years since Tom Brady left, which has been absolutely awesome to watch, by the way. One of the reasons why is they've never had a good wide receiver. Unfortunate for us, they finally do have a wide receiver one. I think Stefon Diggs is going to be really good for them, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But I want to ask this question. Who will be better in 2025? Will it be the Miami Dolphins, or will it be the New England Patriots? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments right now. Who will be better? Pin comment on today's show. Last bit of news as we talk on Diggs, and then we'll really look at it from Miami's perspective here. Diggs, to just show you and illustrate more, out of wide receivers that received 60 targets or more. There were 72 wide receivers that had 60 targets last year. So Diggs getting 60 targets in 8 games is kind of crazy. He's on pace from 120, 130. He ranked in the top half in every metric. Yak after catch, yard per route run, drop percentage. He has really good hands. Contested catch percentage, QB rating when targeted. You see the numbers. Out of the 72 qualified wide receivers, Stefon Diggs was a wide receiver one. He was a top half in every category. So, he is going to be a nuisance and a tall task for the secondary. And that is what really concerns me, and it's where I take this conversation now. Like, this Dolphins cornerback room is not good. It isn't. And I know some people might get annoyed with us beating a dead horse about the cornerback room. But the truth is, my job is to cover this football team every single day. You follow beat reporters and people on Twitter, they're not putting out content every day. We are. And when we are doing it every single day, we're going to have to re-talk and re-evaluate this position group because it's not good. Cam Smith, in the 2 games that he started last season after coming off the IR, was, I think, one of the worst corners I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, that game against the Arizona Cardinals might be the worst tape I've ever seen from an NFL corner. And I'm not kidding when I say that. Like, sometimes I exaggerate. I'm a very over-exaggerating person. But, like, it was ridiculous. And do I have the utmost faith in Storm Duck? No, I have hope, but I don't trust it. So it's like, how are we going to believe and trust these cornerbacks to hold up against the elite wide receivers in the National Football League? And there are a ton of them. And coming up in just a second, I'm going to show you all of the wide receivers that Miami has to play this year. And now I'm nervous about having to play all of these guys with this cornerback room if Miami is seriously not going to add another corner. That's concerning for me. But in the theme of this video and the talk about the Patriots and how their news impacts us, let's go to our daily sub battle. Dolphins versus Patriots. Hit that sub button for daily Dolphins coverage, but also our battle against Brett Elper and the Patriots channel. Can we get more subscribers than them today? Let's do it. So let's look at the wide receivers Miami has to play this year. Stfan Diggs twice. Garrett Wilson twice. Michael Pittman Jr. week 1. Ladd McConkey in week 6. Terry McLaurin in week 9. DK Metcalf in the final month of the year. Jamar Chase in the final month of the year. T. Higgins in the final month of the year. You want to talk about nightmare fuel. It's the 2 games late in the year in December and January when you have to play the Bengals and Buccaneers. Because you don't have to deal with one wide receiver 1 like you have to deal with the other teams. No, you have to deal with 2. T. Higgins is a wide receiver 1. Mike Evans is a wide receiver 1. Jamar Chase is a wide receiver 1. Chris Godwin's is a wide receiver 1. Like, you're going to have to try to hold up against 2 wide receivers 1s with a very bad secondary. So it's concerning. It is. And I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it and be an optimist. This cornerback room is not good. And my question is, like, training camp has started. I have always said and anticipated that Miami was going to add a veteran corner before camp. Well, we're filming this on our Tuesday live show, and we haven't signed one yet. Does Chris Greer believe the cornerback group is good enough? Like, I know we don't have a ton of cap space, but this is a bit egregious, if you ask me. And coming up in just 1 second, we're going to talk about a veteran corner Miami might look to add. One that we've talked about a lot, but there's a little bit more added information on it. Before we do that, want to let y'all know, since training camp has gotten underway and football is finally here to a degree, grab your Miami Dolphins gear today. Cutoff hoodie on sale for $33, $22 off. Price almost cut in half there. When you go to chatsports.com/MIA cutoff sale. Links in the description and comments of today's video. Take advantage and go grab yours now. Barry Jackson had this report earlier in the week. I think it was on Monday, saying per source, Dolphins remain in active discussions with cornerback Rasul Douglas. He's the most accomplished, healthy corner available who isn't older than 30. He used the word healthy there to go between people who is basically Asante Samuel Jr. and Rasul Douglas, because Asante Samuel Jr. isn't fully healthy. And I'll be honest, I'll continue to say it. It's pretty obvious that Rasul Douglas is the most likely player that the Dolphins sign in free agency if they do add a corner. Why do I say that? Well, it's because the Dolphins had him in their building around April and May. They offered him a contract that he did not accept. And Barry Jackson has reported multiple times over the last 3 months that they have kept negotiations, kept in touch, and wanted to sign him. This is a player that had the worst season of his career last season. There's no doubt about that. But he's also a guy that is all about the team, all about winning, not about himself. He's a very strong leader, and he's a big-time mentality guy. And I like that he can bring that to the secondary, and like he's not going to back away from a challenge. So, yeah, I know that he had a bad season last year, but I'm not really that concerned about it. I also think that Dolphins scheme is better for him than what Buffalo's was last year. Buffalo played more man than they did in 2023 when Douglas was terrific. Douglas is a zone corner, and that's what Miami plays. So, I don't know, man. I just believe that Miami would benefit greatly from adding Rasul Douglas. We'll see if anything gets done. We'll see if anything gets done. I'll take any help with CB. I will. If it's Douglas, happy, sure, awesome. If it's not Simmer Jr., I'll be happy. I just will go back to this sentiment and echo it. I wished one happened before training camp because I think waiting any longer is a waste of time. Why would I want the Dolphins to not have a corner in the building working with their defense that they're going to be playing on Sundays with, right? Now, I want to bring in anyone at this point because it's probably an upgrade, but I do wish it happened before training camp. And if anything does happen around the Miami Dolphins, we will have you covered. So follow me over on Twitter, at social media, at Nic_Rohloff is my handle. If you want more wall-to-wall coverage on the Fins, that's the place for you.